Hi, it's Mr. H, and we're going to work on line 25, lightly row, from the Essential Elements, Book 1. Let's go ahead and I'll just play the song for you one time so you can see how it goes. Alright, so there's a little bit to talk about in this song. We should really tap it, but before we get to that, let's just talk about the overall song. This is one of the longer songs that we've played, and whenever you have long songs, you want to practice it small parts. Before we start playing the song, we should really look at the different parts of this song because there are a lot of repeated sections. Even though this is looks like a really long song, if you take the time to learn a few measures, it will help you overall with the entire song. If we look at the very beginning, you'll see a pattern of notes, and again, this is for clarinet in particular, but no matter what instrument you're playing, take a look at your book and you'll notice that what we're talking about here works for any instrument. So I'm highlighting measures that are exactly the same. So if you practice the first two measures and you get really good at those, it will help you later on in the song. And then we can look at these measures at the end, and if you look closely, those are exactly the same. And there's another couple things I'd like to point out. If you look at this part of the song, you'll notice it's just a scale, which if you go all the way back to the beginning of the book and you had those notes in the gold box, hopefully you've learned to play those notes in a scale. There's another small scale spot here and another small scale spot here, and then the only thing left are a few repeated notes. So once again, even though it's a longer song, probably one of the harder songs you've tried so far, if we take a minute to just look at it a little more closely and we can find some of the patterns in here, this can help us learn the song quicker. So just a 2-measure spot, and then 4 measures. Definitely practice the hard spots. Since this is a quick start video, we're going to let you do that on your own. We're not going to do that together here. But I definitely encourage you to slow down spots and practice the hard places. Okay? Did you notice it has 2 lines? So when we got to the end of the first line, we had to go to the second line. Also, we have our breath marks, and we're still trying to remember the tongue and do all that good stuff. And did you remember to check your key signature? Remember in line 33 we learned about key signatures, and from now on we should check our key signature for every song. So let's tap, or rather we'll count and clap line 25, lightly row. We should always make sure we understand the rhythm to the song. If this is something that seems easy for you, it's okay to move ahead to the next part in the video. And I'm only going to count and clap the first 4 measures because it's kind of the same rhythm throughout the whole song. So we're only going to do the first 4 measures. Here it is, counting and clapping the first 4 measures. 1, 2, ready, start. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and if you had trouble with that, you'll definitely want to practice it, especially for songs you may already know. We have a tendency to just play it by ear, play it whatever, how we're used to it going, and we really should be working on keeping a steady beat, even on familiar songs. Let's ta and tap it. Just the first 4 measures. Ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. Same thing, if you need to practice that a little bit more, pause the video. Let's play this on one note. I'm going to play it on the first note of the song. And let's put the metronome on 84. Ready, go. All right. If you're having difficulty, you should work, ta and tap the entire song or play the whole song on one note, or just concentrate on the hard spots, like I've said. Hopefully you remember to just blow one note and use your tongue to separate all the different notes. Make one long breath and just tongue to make shorter notes. Let's try this entire song. We're going to go slowly. We're going to go all the way to 60. Ready, go. That takes a lot of air to play it at that speed. So even though that's slow, that's the best way to make sure we're getting the fingerings correct. And, again, especially those hard spots where you have to move your fingers in difficult ways. So if you're pretty good at playing it like that and you've worked on your hard spots, let's try it at 74. Ready, go. Hopefully that went all right, but if not, don't worry about it. It's a pretty long, challenging song. I know I've said it a million times, and I'll say it a million more. If you're having trouble with this song, don't keep going at the beginning. So if you're having trouble in the second line, for example, there's no reason to work on the first line. You should just go straight to the second line. And if you're having trouble, say, with the last 2 measures of the song, it doesn't make sense to practice the whole song just to get better at the last 2 measures. Just work on the last 2 measures. Let's do it one more time at 84.
Ready, go. All right, good job. And if you're having trouble, give this one extra practice, work on it for several days in a row, and I'm confident you'll get it. Good job.